Tandoori chicken. This dish gains its name from the tandoor or the clay oven in which it is cooked. But here's a catch. The minute I posted the recipe for Otak, I received a call from one of my cousins and she said, "Hey, did you really make something with the air fryer? I've been wondering whether to buy it or not. Can you post a few more recipes and how does it taste?" Yes, of course. When I made Otak, the one which I used the air fryer to make was more yummy and more nice. Tandoori chicken. The marination part does take a long time. So we have marination 1 and marination 2. Marination 1 is for 3 hours and marination 2 is for 6 hours. I will give you the ingredients shortly. For tandoori chicken, we need fresh chicken. I've got 4 leg pieces. I specifically requested for leg pieces. You know, the meat is more tender. And then we need clarified butter or ghee, or even if you can't get hold of this, you can always use plain butter. So apart from that, we need 2 marinations. Now for marination 1, we need about 1 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, about half a teaspoon of red chili powder, and then half a teaspoon of white pepper, a pinch of cloves, crushed garlic, and about 2 lemon juices. We are going to mix all this to the chicken and marinate it in the fridge for about 3 hours. Next, for marination 2, we need about 4 tablespoons of plain yogurt. Okay, so I'm using this, and then 1 heaped tablespoon of fresh coriander, 1 heaped tablespoon of mint leaves. We are going to pound these two together, and then cumin powder, 1 tablespoon of cumin powder, half a teaspoon of salt. We'll be using fresh ginger. So that would be about 1 teaspoon of fresh ginger, 1 teaspoon of white vinegar, cinnamon powder, cardamom. I'm going to powder this and add it as well. And a few drops of orange powder. Here I have the orange color. In case you have the liquid color, you can use it. I would suggest, like, as far as the red chili powder is concerned, in case you do not like it overly spicy, use Kashmiri red chili. Here I've used a particular brand which is my all-time favorite, Shakti chili powder. It's extremely spicy, so half a spoon will do my work. Okay, so these are the basic ingredients to marinate. So let's begin with marination 1. Let's begin with marination 1. I'm going to take the chicken and just cut through this. So we have the masala going into the chicken properly. Okay, we've cut this well. Let's begin with marination 1. Adding the salt, half turmeric powder, half a spoon of red chili powder, half a spoon of white pepper. I'm going to crush the garlic. So we have the freshly crushed garlic. And now we'll add the lemon. So we have our first marination ready. Let's mix this up well. Our first marination is ready. We're going to leave it or refrigerate it for 3 hours. Let me show you marination too. It's been 3 hours. I've taken the chicken out of the refrigerator. It's time for the second round of marination. So I'm going to add about 4 tablespoons of plain yogurt. And next we would have to pound the coriander. So I'm cutting the coriander into small bits and the mint leaves. It'll be easier for crushing, so I'm cutting it. I've already smashed the ginger. So I've added a spoon of that. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3. All for our tandoori. Let me pound it a little more. Smash, 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 smash. I don't know, but I always find a difference when we cook with, the authentic manner, and at times when we use a mixie or a blender. I think somehow there is a variation in the taste, okay? This is enough. We have coriander and mint leaf. Adding 1 tablespoon of cumin finely ground. Again, about half a spoon of salt. I've already added the ginger. Now let's add about 1 teaspoon of synthetic vinegar and 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon powder, about half a teaspoon of cardamom. As far as the coloring is concerned, so let me just add a little bit. Infuse this marination for our tandoori chicken. So this particular marination which we have prepared, the second marination for our tandoori chicken, would have to be there for about 6 hours, again in the refrigerator. The second marination is over. Now this would have to be in our fridge for another 6 hours. It's been 9 hours and it's time to prepare our tandoori chicken. I'm using the air fryer today. We can make it in our conventional oven. You can make it using a gas stove, or yes, in the traditional manner, a tandoor, or even a grill, barbecue grill with charcoal, and you can make your tandoori. However, this is for that someone who made a special request for recipes using the air fryer. I've brought out my chicken and I have ghee here, a brush and a plate. I'm going to first take a piece of the chicken, place it on the plate and brush it with ghee. I cannot avoid ghee for this particular recipe. So I've got the chicken here. I'm going to keep it in the air fryer and we're going to turn on the air fryer. It's going to be, that's done. And I need the duration is going to be 45 and we are going to begin cooking. So let our tandoori get ready, the air fryer. When it's about 22 minutes, flip it and cook. Our tandoori chicken is ready. It's going to be served. I'm sure you're going to try this recipe. Do try it and let me know. I would love to hear from you. Subscribe, follow. I'm going to give you more recipes, amazing ones.